Hello.
Hello. Happy
Oh,
to see you.
so happy to connect with you. For those who are joining us, I am deeply, deeply honored to welcome Ebru Dargan, who is my friend, became my friend, my sister, and was also part of the first feminine embodiment teacher training cohort back in 2024. And she's here to share a little bit more about her experience before, during, after, from that beautiful participant perspective, which is so precious. So, first of all, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, let's dive right in. If you could sort of take yourself back into that moment, I believe it was exactly around this time 2 years ago. It was wintry, and we met during a coaching networking
Drink.
coffee. Yes.
Yeah.
And sort of just chatted very briefly about what it is that we both do. And I saw this beautiful light when I mentioned embodiment, like these two stars in your eyes. And kind of very quickly, we've connected again, and you decided to join the first cohort of feminine embodiment teacher training. So I'm
Yes.
curious, what was your intention when joining the program?
It was my initial intention was to connect with myself because I knew I became a coach at that period and I knew something was missing in my coaching puzzle, and it was pretty much related to dancing and movement. And when you just explained to me like what you are teaching, what you are training people on, I was like, this is exactly what I'm missing. And I just felt like, okay, this is it. Like I didn't question, I didn't even, I didn't need to look into like details. I knew that was it, what I want to receive for myself at first place, and through coaching others, I wanted to just share that medicine like through movement.
Yeah, beautiful. And so, if we stay a little bit longer in that timeline, how would you describe your personal and professional state before joining the program and then immediately after?
Before, I think I was still myself healing. I mean, healing, of course, is an ongoing process. It
Never.
never ends. But I was in a more heavier state to be helping others. There was a single knowing that I knew I had. Uh, I needed to work on myself first, be that embodied version that I can spread it, I can share that gift. And throughout the training, each module, I had very strong reaction, like heavy processes. I can, yeah, honestly tell that I was the one who was feeling it the heaviest, like who was processing the module in the heaviest form, which was for me life changing. Like that was really transformational, and each time, yeah, something like a different version was rebirthed that each time. And when I finished the program, I felt, okay, this is what I know that my soul wants to share. This is what I know, my soul wants to just give to others. So I knew I was like, I become like more certain because I felt it in all myself. Actually, this is exactly what I needed and what I want to do.
Oh, that's so beautiful. I'm reliving it with you.
Thank you. Me too here, like
Uh,
vibrating in all the cells.
yes. And I think what you're also bringing is this important layer of personal transformation that each and every student goes through this program. So it's not just another educational program that gives you a bunch of practices and tools. It is really a personal transformation program that allows you to fully, like you beautifully said, embody this work in your cells, in your tissues, in all of your soma. Um, and so I'm so happy that you are bringing that forward because that's, I would say, an important distinction between, this certification and maybe like a gazillion others that are out there. As we are already speaking about that, I'm curious, what would you say are those really important differences? Because you are a somatic coach, you are a breathwork facilitator, you are a dancer, you've done so many things besides this certification program. So I think if there's anyone truly credible in giving a little bit of that comparison, it's absolutely you. What would you say
Thank
makes
you.
this certification unique and different?
I can actually share my experience. Maybe you remember, like I was really in, especially at the beginning, I was really like asking, why is this happening? Like I was experiencing everything in my body, but my mind was like continuously looking for answers. Like, why is this like happening? I want to analyze it. I want to understand. And then you were like, trust your body, learn to listen. It was like a rewiring to learn to listen to my body. And living the experience is the strongest way to embody anything, but also learning. And for me, I learned to listen to my body with this program, like from maybe like minus into like 100%, over 100%, because I was always like looking for theories or like analytical explanations. But actually, when I just learned to listen to my body, it was just showing itself, like all these reactions, all this trembling, like everything what I experienced in my energy. So this program was the best way, like trying to kind of learn trust again, like in my body, trust in the process, trust in universe, but trust in the calling. So like living experience, I must say, the strongest form of learning. And this is how I learned, like this is actually what I learned the most in this program, without always like, okay, this is the background. I remember one specific example when you just briefly explained the theory like behind an experience I just had. The tears was just dropping, and it was so strong. I think at that point my body was like, exactly, like this is it what you need, and this is the space you need. This is the space of just being, accepting, and yeah, allowing all your parts. And
I
thank you
remember
for that.
exactly the session that you're referring to. Yes. So for those who may be listening, and thank you for that deep exhale. I wasn't mean it. And maybe they're still in the beginning of their journey, and hearing you say, just listen to your body, just trust the process, may still feel like almost an unsafe way of doing it. Um, would you say that there has been enough theory, enough science, enough nervous system back up to make sense of the experiences for you? Yeah.
Yes, I think I was one of the one of the ones like who was asking continuously for that theory, and you were also during the sessions you were explaining that like patiently, but also in our reading materials it was explained. So I think for the ones who are who might be freaking out, okay, like where do I learn? Because we all want to also quieten our mind, right? Like give that a piece of safety. Okay, this is it, you got it, so let me just experience it now. I think that that was perfectly, I mean, that was there. And also your assurance, your confidence and your energy was always enough, like strong enough to give us that safety as well. Like that was like your presence was always, in a patient way, explaining what is happening behind was really necessary as well. Like not only reading it, because I can also ask ChatGPT, like what is happening, but I wanna just understand it in that moment. Yeah, I wouldn't even call it understand it. My body, my brain wants to comprehend it, and that needs to happen during the session. Just like, okay, this is the background. Ah, okay, like, yeah, truly comprehend it.
Yes, yes, I love that. Thank you for saying it so beautifully. And I completely agree with your point, especially in the last year with ChatGPT and many other quite intelligent forms that are able to give so much background information. But without that experience, without that practice of those tools, we don't give ourselves the real embodied wisdom of it. And that's why this program is now a year long, because it really does take time to receive that information, to let it recalibrate you, to let it be fully digested, and then expand more and receive more and continuously build into that um, embodied wisdom that already exists. So it's important to also name that part, that it takes some time. It's not
Definitely.
through going through 2 days online workshop that we can become embodied practitioners. That just
No,
not the way of the body.
no, definitely not. It really takes a very long time. And also, yeah, our body knows, but of course, it takes much longer to process it for our brain. And like, as I said, comprehend it and just live from it. It just takes time.
Yeah. You are also one of those graduates who chose to stay and become a Raindrop Movement teacher and be an active part of our community and assist in different offerings that we are co-creating together. And I would love for you to speak to that. Like, what has becoming a part of Raindrop Movement teaching community offered to you in your personal and professional development?
Yeah, that's a very good question, and I can answer this for hours. Uh, but in a nutshell, for my own personal development, as I explained, it's the best way to learn to listen to my body, learn to trust, and heal with the tools, with the practices we had and we learned. But professionally, what actually contributed the most to my professional development was actually, maybe I will call it like also witnessing the healing or the transformation that each participant had in our sessions. Like before, even like online sessions, you would call, like we are online, we are like in distance, and you see how they start the session and how they leave the session is huge. But the embodied women retreats we held space together, those were like it was like for me, just feeling it from top down, really from the crown until the root, really. Like this is it, like just this is it what I want to offer, and this is it what I want to bring every time. And just connecting with that trust, I think that would be maybe a better way to put it. Just like experiencing that trust and seeing the impact of that trust in others, like how they heal, how they change, how they move at the end of a retreat or a session. For me, that could have been only possible with Raindrop Movement sessions and with this training. Um, yeah, I think this would be the shortest way to explain it.
Yeah, thank you. It's beautiful to just hear you and witness you exhale when you allow yourself to soften in that support of our community and witnessing of each other. I agree that there's something really powerful that happens when we witness each other's melting and softening and opening, and it almost does this transmission into our system like, yes, this is happening, this is possible for me too, right?
And I want to add one more thing to that because I think our community, also like specifically our teachers, we all do this from really our heart, and you can see how caring and how heart-led we are. That like nothing, like no agenda, nothing can, step over that integrity and the compassion and purpose we have, and that has been like surprised me, impressed me, also humbled me over and over again, like in each retreat, in each session, in each workshop. And that has been also how I lived and how I really carried that in my heart, into my sessions, to my workshops. And this is like, yeah, I have goosebumps saying this, and this is how I want to continue spreading this.
Yes, let it ripple, let it ripple. Oh, I love it. Okay, one last question. Because there's so many embodiment programs, somatic certifications, the last 2 years has been like an explosion of this
Booming.
work because it's needed, right? Because it's so desperately needed in our collective. And if you are someone just kind of starting to orientate towards this field and maybe even a little bit overwhelmed with how much is out there, what would you say to them, specifically if they're considering joining this particular program?
I would say like your body knows, first of all. That's why it's good to connect with the founder, like the teacher, but also the community members, like be it the teachers join, like because the other also, not only the teacher itself, herself, but also the other teachers, like who are the students of that teacher, like how they are teaching, how they are living, like how they are communicating, just like how they are being. That's a great example to have a reference from. And also for me, like the main reason why I chose this program was like movement was included there, like there are less or rare programs which uh, really include movement into their practices, and you can find many examples and theories or books that explain really the practices, because this is the theory behind. But how do they combine it that you can only live in the sessions and that you can only experience just going to the classes, or, just like experiencing yourself. And that will all, yeah, your body will react to it. And that's what would be my first advice.
I love that. I love that so much. So, whatever program you're considering, make sure that you get in the field, that you get in real connection with the person who is supposed to be guiding you, teaching you, and maybe even their students. Like, do that deep research
Exactly.
for yourself, and then your body will know. Brilliant. I love it.
Thank you for the summary.
Thank you so much for taking the time. I know you're far away in Peru doing another cycle of beautiful healing yourself. So I appreciate this even more. I'm sending you a big hug and I cannot wait to
Thank you so
reconnect
much.
with. Thank you,
And
my
big hug from Peru.